I may not be the hero you were expecting, but I am the one that lowered your expectations. Hello, and welcome to Drag Me to Adulthood, a drag and lifestyle variety show where we help you discover your adulting superpowers. I'm your host, Emma Eagle. On today's episode, we'll be discussing how to cook an egg 4 ways. As a biological bird woman, I can assure you I know a thing or two about eggs. Ooh! Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Before we begin on this exciting journey, I thought there were a few things you should know about the egg. While many animals lay eggs, including birds, fish, amphibians, reptiles, and insects, the eggs we're talking about today are from the Gallus domesticus, or the domesticated chicken. As you can see here, the domesticated chicken can lay different colors of eggs. However, I think it is important to note, quote, "Color has no relationship to egg quality, flavor, nutritive value, cooking characteristics, or shell thickness," end quote. These eggs are essentially the exact same thing, except for, well, maybe the price tag. You see, the chickens that lay brown eggs are slightly larger than the chickens that lay white eggs. Because of this, they require more food, and it drives the cost of the egg up. But other than that, the eggs are exactly the same. Why, did you think otherwise? Racist. The last piece of information that you may find helpful in this episode is the cooking temperature of eggs. Egg whites cook anywhere from 144 to 149 degrees Fahrenheit. Egg yolks cook anywhere from 149 to 158 degrees Fahrenheit. The whole egg combined cooks somewhere in between those two extremes. Without further ado, let's get right into how to cook them. Okay, you're going to begin by turning the burner to medium. I'm feeling so confident I'm even wearing nails. Marker. Oh gosh darn, I can't operate the camera. What is happening? Oh, it's really hard to crack these with these nails on. Oh my gosh, it got all over the refrigerator. This one feels loose. Oh god, no. Oh no. Instant replay. No. No. Okay, I tried filming with nails on. It didn't work, so I apologize for my man hands, but we will all have to deal with it. For this, you can use any cooking oil. I prefer to use butter because I think it complements the flavor of the egg. If the butter browns on contact with the pan is too hot. Butter browns around 212 degrees Fahrenheit. If it browns instantly, the pan is way hotter than we need it to be to cook the egg. To reduce the surface temperature of the pan, add water, allow it to boil for a few seconds, pour off. And this time the butter melts at the perfect temperature. To crack the egg, instead of cracking on the side of the pan, I would recommend cracking on a flat, hard surface. This will prevent shell from shattering up into the egg. We're going to add some pepper and a little bit of kosher salt. Now at this point, if you want your egg over easy, I would recommend just covering it, leaving it for about 45 to 50 seconds, and it should be ready to go. But for this, we're going to be flipping the egg. To flip the egg, center the yolk on the far side of the pan so that the weight is away from the handle. Now we're going to push the pan away and up in a very quick and small circular motion. Here it is from the side. And here it is from above. You'll notice here that the yolk broke, just like my dreams, but we're going to ignore it and pretend everything is okay. We'll flip it right side up one more time. And there you have it. Now this egg is pretty well done and was cooked about 50 to 55 seconds on each side. If you reduce that to about 45 seconds on each side, the egg should come out about medium done. Okay, we're going to make a 3-egg scramble. You'll notice one of the yolks broke, so forgive me. We're going to add salt right at the beginning. There's an old wives' tale that this will make the eggs tough, but the opposite is actually true. This will help the eggs emulsify easier. You're going to notice I'm using small circular motions to whip the eggs up, primarily with my wrist. Mixing the eggs together may take longer than you think. This is after about a minute of mixing. The eggs are fully incorporated and no strands of the whites remain. I like to use a heat-proof silicone spatula. I think it's nice to have the temperature rating printed on the side so you'll always remember. Here comes the pour. Beautiful. Now don't blink or you'll miss it. Very quickly move the eggs around in order to make the liquid flow onto the hot parts of the pan. This video is sped up for time purposes, but this whole process should take about a minute. Here you'll see I'm going to fold that over onto itself. We're going to break that up into pieces. There still may be some uncooked egg in this. That's okay. We want to get it off of the pan as soon as possible so the eggs don't overcook. Grate some cheese over the top of the eggs, unless of course your arch nemesis is lactose. And then overturn the pan onto the plate to help melt the cheese. After about 30 seconds, the cheese is melted. We're going to add a little bit of pepper, and we've got a beautiful plate of scrambled eggs. They're very dense and rich, and extremely easy to make once you get the hang of it. Okay, everyone, we're doing an ASMR hard-boiled egg. I really don't like ASMR, but if you've been watching this channel so far, you can tell I don't have very many standards. Bring your water to a boil, then reduce to a simmer. This will prevent the eggs from bouncing around and cracking. We're going to very gently lower the eggs into the water. As soon as they're in, set a timer for 13 minutes and return the heat to a rolling boil. Now we're going to prep our ice water. As soon as the timer is up, transfer your eggs into the ice water. Set another timer for 1 minute and allow the eggs to soak. Be sure to crack on the bottom part where the air pocket is. Using the fleshy part of your thumb, you're going to peel the egg from the bottom up. This will help you get underneath the membrane, which will make it easier to peel the egg. Now we're going to get a cross section. Ooh, look, it's beautiful. We're going to add a little pepper, salt, and paprika. Now I understand normal ASMR would include the sound of me eating this egg, but to be honest, I don't really like the sound of other people chewing, so I'm going to mute that out. Sorry, everybody. And now for a poached egg. We're going to use a combination of several different methods to get this one. We're going to use the Alton Brown Now Cook It and the Carla at the Bon Appetit Test Kitchen. We're going to make an amalgamation of all three. We will use a deep pan of about 1.5 inches. We're using a room temperature egg, no vinegar, but yes salt. We're going to use the gentle pour method instead of the swirling method. We're checking here to make sure that the water is at 190 degrees Fahrenheit, about 88 degrees Celsius. We're going to begin by Taking a ladle and pouring the water back into the pan to pop the bubbles that are forming on the bottom, this will ensure the bottom of the egg doesn't take on the texture of the bubbles. Now we're going to very gently pour the eggs into the water, pouring the whites over the yolks as much as possible when they enter. You'll notice I'm using a non-stick pan. This will help the eggs release when they're finished. These eggs should be finished anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes. About 2 minutes and 30 seconds is a good number to aim for. We're going to check them at 2. Try to keep track of the water throughout the cooking process. If it gets too hot, turn the heat down. You should be able to touch the water without burning yourself. You'll know they're ready when the whites are set and the yolks are still wiggly. I don't have a slotted spoon, so I'm just going to use a ladle, and I'm going to place the eggs on a towel standing by so that they can drain. Place it on a nice English muffin with a few pieces of ham, and there you have it, a poached egg. These eggs are actually a little overdone, but that's okay. I prefer my eggs to be a little more done than a traditional poached egg, and I cook them approximately 4 minutes. This causes the yolk to gelatinize, making it more of a jammy texture. A more traditional poached egg would be much more runny, and that would finish cooking at around 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what other topics you'd like me to cover. Until next time, please remember to use your powers for good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get a very important button to a man named Dexter. He asked me to keep it safe for the week from someone named Dee Dee, not sure why. In all honesty, I have no idea what this thing does. Oh well. Well, at least I have nails now. Are you happy? Are you happy? For you, I know a thing or two about eggs. Ooh. Ooh. We'll be discussing today is from the Gallus de You just had to get the scientific name in there, didn't ya? Oh, shit. This has to be facing this way. All right, let's do that. The one we'll be discussing... Okay. While many animals lay eggs, including reptiles, While many animals lay eggs, including reptiles, amphibians, fish, While many animals lay eggs, including reptiles, fish, more than that. I cannot take myself seriously. Okay.